And if you use an Apple Magic Mouse, why? Why are you doing that to yourself? Like, seriously, an app, really? You have to charge it from the one that you charge from the bottom? Okay, so I'm a really big fan of buy once, cry once, rather than buy cheap, buy twice. And that runs through my setup that I use every single day. So my day job is I'm a graphic designer and I design posters for musicians and tour artwork. And so my setup and my tools don't just apply to just designers, but anyone who uses their computer or their laptop every single day for work or play. So I like doing a lot of research and buying the highest quality item of the thing that I'm trying to buy, whether that be a keyboard or a mouse or a camera or any of those kind of things. I really think that saving up for these things is a lot better than just buying a cheap alternative, and there's a lot of reasons for that. Things usually last a lot longer when you buy more expensive versions of them. Not always, but most of the time. The quality is usually a lot higher, and also you enjoy using it a lot more. I see so many people that want a mechanical keyboard and they go to AliExpress and buy a cheap one, or they want a good gaming mouse but they buy a cheap AliExpress one. Now don't get me wrong, there is definitely a market for cheaper technology like those cheap mice and cheap keyboards, but if you want a nice gaming mouse or you want a nice gaming keyboard, then save up for a bit longer and get the nicest version. I'm going to show you 5 things I have on my desk every single day that I use when I'm designing or playing games, and explain my reason behind each purchase and why I chose that specific version of that thing. And yeah, hopefully you can take something away from this video and potentially pick one of these items up. Okay, now so the first object on my desk that I use every single day is obviously my keyboard. Now, this particular keyboard is the Bauer Lite from Omnitype, and it is absolutely beautiful. I've been into mechanical keyboards now for like nearly 10 years now, 2026, yeah, 10 years. I remember when I got into mechanical keyboards, it was this really small community on Reddit, r/mechanical keyboards, and we were all kind of sharing places to buy keycaps and mechanical switches. Especially in the UK, there was hardly any vendors in like 2016, 2017. And the only good mechanical keyboards were like in Japan at the time, and there's a couple of places in the US, but even then, like, it wasn't really a big hobby. This one, I've just always wanted to own something from Bauer. I think that the design of their products is just absolutely phenomenal, and Omnitype is a great brand as well. It's one of the nicest keyboards I've ever owned, and it is made of plastic. I think a common misconception is that keyboards need to be made from like solid metal and be like 20 kilos, but I really enjoy the sound profile and the feel of this particular keyboard. I have Gateron black inks in this keyboard. I am a massive fan of heavy, smooth key switches. I'm not a really big fan of like Cherry MX Blues or those kind of clicky switches. They are far too loud for me. If you haven't got a mechanical keyboard, I highly recommend that you buy one. If you're just using like a rubber dome keyboard that comes with a lot of like pre-builds and setups, then a mechanical keyboard will up your game so much. And honestly, anything that makes gaming or working more satisfying is a win in my book. So yeah, mechanical keyboard, definitely worth checking out. Now, the second item that I use every single day is the Apple Trackpad. Now, I just did a short on this over on my TikTok, so go check that out if you haven't seen it. Essentially, this is just a giant version of the Apple MacBook trackpads. Now, I'm a MacBook user for my content and work, and I'm a Windows user for my gaming needs. So I only really use this when I'm working day to day. I've been using one of these for a very, very long time, and there is good reason for it. So I have my MacBook plugged into my external monitor, and I lose access to my trackpad. So when I found out that Apple actually sell giant versions of their trackpad which you can put on your desk wirelessly, I had to buy one. Like, it was just a no-brainer. Having one of these when you use Figma or Photoshop or honestly any design or video tool is absolutely invaluable. It allows you to scroll through timelines, zoom into Photoshop documents, move around canvases. It's honestly one of the best things that I've ever bought for my setup, and I've been using one of these for like 6-7 years now, and it honestly makes working an absolute breeze. They're about £120, so they're a little bit expensive, but honestly, I think this worth its weight in gold when you consider how much more productive and how fast I can work using one of these. So yeah, definitely recommend picking up an Apple Trackpad. Okay, so the third item that I use every single day is less about work, but more about gaming. So this is the Logitech Pro wireless gaming mouse, and I've had one of these for like 4 or 5 years now, and I absolutely love it. I actually have 2 of them. One of them did break, which is a warning, as some things do break. I'm not sure how well these things are actually made, as I've heard quite a lot of stories about them breaking and buttons like starting to misclick. This is my second one now after my first one got sent back, but I have had this one now for like a year, maybe 2 years, and I've had no issues with it so far. The battery lasts forever, it's extremely light, and you're able to remove the side buttons as well. So if you're left-handed or right-handed, you can adjust the mouse depending on which hand you use the most. I'm right-handed, so I keep the buttons on this side, and honestly, it's one of the best gaming mouse I've tried. I've tried lots in the past. I've tried Corsair, I've tried SteelSeries, I've got a Razer Naga, I have an MX Master, but I always came back to the Logitech G Pro wireless, and for good reason. It's light, it's comfortable to hold. I'd never get fatigue when using it at all. And as I said, the battery lasts absolutely ages. So yeah, I highly recommend this as a gaming mouse if you play FPSs or just generic gaming. I do use a Razer Naga when I play World of Warcraft, but that's for a different video entirely. So the gaming mouse from Logitech, the Pro Wireless, I think comes in at about, I think when I bought it, it was about £150. I think you should be able to get them for cheaper now, but it's one of the best mice that I own, and I absolutely love it, and I use it every single day when I game on my PC. Okay, so the fourth item that I use every single day is another mouse. I actually mentioned this previously. It is the MX Master 3. This mouse I use every single day working, and this thing, it really is a productivity king. Like, you can do so much with this mouse. The software is actually really good, which is surprising because a lot of software that comes with tech these days is just bloatware, and it is just crap, to be honest. But the Logitech software that comes with the MX Master is actually really good. And the reason why it's really good is that I actually have a lot of macros set up on this. So there's a thumb button on the side here. I think you can hear it if I click it here. But essentially, this is a macro button which you can set. So what I have mine as is I listen to a lot of music every single day. Like, I listen to so much music. I have it so when I hold down my thumb on the action button and swipe, it actually skips songs on my Spotify. And when I hold it down and move up, it ups my volume. And when I move down, it lowers my volume. So what that means is if I'm working away, designing something, and I want to change song, I can just swipe and next song happens. And if I want to turn it down, someone's talking to me, I can just turn it down, take my headphones off, and listen. Just for that feature alone, I would recommend one of these. I love anything that can do more than one thing, and this does so many things. You can scroll through web pages, go back and forth. You can make macros using this. The middle mouse button clicks. You can change it into a rigid or smooth. Now, the one bad side about an MX Master 3 is that the material is a little bit worse for wear. This thing has been used for a few years now, and it has been through the ringer. And to be honest, it's actually quite disgusting. Like, the rubber is falling off, and the buttons are all like disgusting. I think I'm definitely due an upgrade for one of these, but I highly recommend an MX Master. And if you haven't heard of the MX Master, then you've been living under a rock, because every single content creator, designer, creative that I follow uses one of these. It's either one of these or one of those vertical holding MX Masters. I don't know what they're called, but they look pretty fun as well. And if you use an Apple Magic Mouse, why? Why are you doing that to yourself? Like, seriously, an Apple, really? You have to charge it from the one that you charge from the bottom? The one with you... Come on, really? Get yourself an MX Master. You'll thank me later. Now, the fifth item on my desk isn't so much tech. It's a fidget toy. It is something that I use every single day, and it's actually helped me quite a lot. So this is a Ace of Spades magnet, and honestly, this thing I use every single day. I sit there and fidget with it all day, every single day when I'm working, playing games. It has been so good. Between games loading or work opening up, I just sit there and fidget with this. It's so much better than scrolling on your phone, and it keeps my attention locked onto the task. If a game is taking a while to load or a document is taking a while to open, I'll just pick this up and fidget with it. And it's such a silly thing to have on your desk, but honestly, I think everyone should have at least one fidget item on their desk to play with. One thing that I do have, actually, which I got recently, is the Linus Tech Tips. I think it's the screwdriver scriber pen or whatever it's called. And this thing is very, very satisfying to play with. Like, this thing is like a fidget toy in itself, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, that's it. Those are the 5 items that I use the most at my desk every single day. Let me know if you have any of these items and what you think of them, or potentially give me some ideas for some upgrades on items that I already have. Are there any mice that I should be trying out, or a keyboard I should be trying out, or maybe you have a really fun fidget toy that you found and you think I should try out? Let me know in the comments below. I have a bunch of ideas for future YouTube videos surrounding tech and gaming, and potentially a little bit of design sprinkled in. So yeah, make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any of those videos. And if you're interested in seeing more content from myself, I upload 3 times a week on TikTok, just short videos about things in my office or tech that I use every single day, or gaming and tech news. So yeah, check out my TikTok if you're interested in that. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.